Hi, my name is Johnny Miles, and this is Business 343, Employee and Labor Relations. I'm General Manager for Barrera Recycling Company, and today we're going to be discussing grievance, case number 3, safety gloves discharge with just cause. Erin McNamara was an employee at Barrera Recycling Company with respectfully 20 years under her belt. McNamara was supported by Local 37 of the United Paperwork International Union, and she was transferred from Long Beach to Los Angeles. McNamara's occupation included handling newsprint with plastic straps, and she would separate these plastic straps and usually put them in a baling machine. However, she also carried bottles and tin cans, and on site, these bottles will be broken and the tin cans will have very, very sharp edges. Therefore, it is vital for her to wear her safety gloves. As general manager, uh, we spoke with McNamara about her work performance and safety issues several times, which resulted in her 3-day suspension and eventually getting fired. Next, position identification and overview. So I'm going to put emphasis on significance of safety gloves, sign display in the lunchroom, suspension and disciplinary notice, no grievance filed for suspension, just cause, and cause for immediate termination. Next, significance of safety gloves. The company must provide a safe working environment for employees, making sure employees have proper equipment, ensuring one understands policy, and making sure workers understand how to use equipment correctly. The Occupation and Health Administration, also known as OSHA, issued, established, and fixed standards for certain industries. It's vital that these policies are clearly explained and enforced. Safety glasses, safety gloves, and headgear is provided by the company. The safety material was mandatory to wear because of the broken bottles and sharp cans that can cost the company a lot of money. Notice displayed in the lunchroom. Company meetings were held. Next. So, verbal reprimands. McNamara, she was sleeping in meetings regarding safety. She was not compliant with wearing safety equipment. She was also caught reading and not focused on her job. Next, suspension and disciplinary notice. McNamara was placed on a 3-day suspension due to her work performance and not being compliant of the company's policy and safety issues. McNamara received a written notice stating that she must comply with Barrera policy for a year or she will be terminated. No grievance was filed that she disagreed with the suspension. Next, just cause. In an employment contract with a just cause provision, the employer articulates the basis for the cause in order to terminate the contract without notice and or provide different or reduce or no severance benefits. So, the MCO give the employee forewarning or foreknowledge of the possible or probably disciplinary consequences of the employee's conduct. Second, was MCO's rules or managerial order reasonable related to the orderly, efficient, and safe operation of MCO's business and the performance that MCO might properly expect of the employee. Third, the MCO, before administering the discipline to an employee, make an effort to discover whether the employee did in fact violate or disobey a rule or order of management. Fourth, was MCO's investigation conducted fairly and objectively? Fifth, at the investigation, did the judge obtain substantial evidence or proof that the employee was guilty as charged? Six, has MCO applied its rule orders, and penalties even-handedly and without discrimination to all employees. And lastly, was the degree of discipline administered by MCO in a particular case reasonably related to the seriousness of the employee's proven offense and the record of the employee in their service with MCO. Next. So just to finish up with just cause, for more justification proven just cause, McNamara was warned several different times for her insubordinance. Just cause is matched. McNamara verbally received warnings. Safety issues within Barrera Recycling Company was just repetitive. Um, these issues were witnessed by the general manager. Um, this issue was handled fairly, and no other employees were in violation of research supporting this position. In another case, an employee was fired due to her not following the company's policy and repeatedly was insubordinate. This resulted in her being terminated for assessing files not related to work. In another case, an employee did not agree with the company's dress code, so she rounded up other workers that didn't agree with the policy as well, and they were called in to a meeting and let go. Action plan. At different times, Erin McNamara was verbally reprimanded. Erin McNamara received a 3-day suspension to breach of policy. Further action was taken and McNamara received a written notice. There is zero tolerance as stated in the notice for insubordination. Erin McNamara was terminated due to her not being compliant. My title as General Manager of Barrera Recycling Safety is dominant. In conclusion, Erin McNamara did not follow the contract accordingly, nor did she comply with safety issues. Therefore, this supports my just cause in her termination.